So we're going to begin at the first step with what they call the mission of the company. We will begin by looking at what is called the mission of a company. I'm going to do this basically from memory, otherwise it won't work too smoothly. The mission is basically the purpose of the company. Once the company establishes what is its purpose, then it can create goals based on its purpose. And you see that this whole process is actually quite complicated. The next step after a company creates organizational goals, it has to create a strategy, meaning a plan for how it will reach those goals. So after a company creates goals, it has to develop a plan or strategy how it will meet the goal. And then if you remember when we were talking above, we said, well, a business has certain core functions. Those core functions are finance, marketing, and operations. So this is a long one. You got to hear it first. So if we remember, all companies have three core functions: finance, operations, and marketing. Once the company sets its strategies to meet its goals, it has to have strategies it has to have separate strategies for each core function area. So you see, it's a finance strategy, a marketing strategy, and an operations strategy, but it's still in a sense kind of simple because the strategies allow the company to meet its goals, but the company only delivers or creates something by having control of these functions, having money, telling people, here's what we sell, and then controlling the delivery of the service or controlling in operations the creation of the product. And so you have to have separate functional goals. Following organizational broad company strategies, you have to have the next level of functional goals. So after organizational strategies, you have functional goals. And again, it gets very complicated, but it will actually come together because I'm just showing you the diagram and trying to give people an easy way to understand. Once we establish functional goals based on the organizational goals, we have to figure out how are we going to reach those, or how are we going to carry out those strategies in finance? How are we going to carry out these marketing strategies? How are we going to carry out these operational strategies? And that's called tactics, the methods by which you will meet the finance strategies, meet the marketing strategies or operation. So after the functional goals, you have to develop your tactics. After you set functional goals, you have to figure out what will be your tactics for successfully meeting those goals.